I was driving yesterday and I was chewing a piece of gum. I was popping my gum and I bit the shiitake out of my tongue. It's so bad. Look at it.
No, it's really,
Look at it.
it's really bad.
It's a raised bump. I was on the phone with Josh and I was like, and another thing. Ah!
Oh my God. It's really bad.
I know. It really hurts. I have a question for you. We cut back to Pam's desk area.
Mm-hmm.
So at around 37 seconds, Jenna, there's an I Heart You pillow.
Yes.
There's like a red Valentine's bear. What's up? What's up? This isn't the Valentine's episode. What's going on?
I don't know. I had those same things. I noticed that, yes, at 37 seconds, there's a really great shot of my desk. What's up with that? I also have a yoga card.
Well, I gave that to you.
You did?
Yes.
That's from you?
That's from me. So that's one of my cards for today. So I had written you a card. I had bought those little yoga cards at Target.
Uh-huh.
You know, you can get like a pack of 10.
Yeah.
And she had like a little pink outfit on. She's doing like
down dog.
And so I had written you a card on that and you kept it and you had it on your desk.
You know, that is so sweet.
I had become a series regular and we were so excited. And I just wrote a little card about just like I was so excited that we could have our lunches and all that
You guys,
stuff.
this is an Angela thing you should know. You still do that to this day. You love these little cards. It's so cute. And you are very good at handwriting just messages of gratitude. Mostly, like, I have so many from you. I'm so grateful for this friendship. And it's the sweetest thing about you.
Oh, thanks,
Yeah,
lady.
you're really good at that.
I put a note in my daughter's lunch a lot, and I made one this morning. I drew a little palm tree and a beach because she loves the beach, and I just put, have a great day.
That's a very sweet thing about you, Angela.
Oh, well, thank you. But now looking back, I'm sure like the yoga card must have been weird, but I guess I probably just thought they were cute.
No, I think because I did yoga. Didn't I do yoga?
You did yoga and you brought me to a yoga class and it was one of the most painful experiences of my life, which is...
Wait, but to be fair, I had brought you to what I thought was a beginner yoga class.
Well, first of all, you're like, Ange, go to yoga with me. And I said, Jenna, I've never been to yoga. I don't really get it. I don't understand it. I don't know what any of it means. I'd have to go to a beginner.
Yeah.
And you were like, I've got it. It's amazing.
Yeah. There's this one on Tuesdays. We'll go to this beginner yoga class. It'll be terrific.
We waited for a day off. You took me to that yoga class.
Mm-hmm.
It was not the beginner class.
It was so not beginner.
And this woman was like militant. I thought yoga was like supposed to be like a peaceful stretch. She was like, like she was yelling. And then she got mad at me.
Intermediate flow class
for
anyone who does yoga.
And she was like basically speaking a different language. It was like shavasanas and stuff like that. I don't know what that means. I didn't know what that meant. And she got really annoyed with me. Do you remember?
I do. And I felt really protective of you because... And I was
then
irritated.
We started giggling.
Yeah.
Oh, and then she really didn't like that.
No, but I just kept thinking the whole time, what the heck? This is explain. This is beginner. But if anyone knows, like yoga flow, they just shout out the poses and it goes really fast and they don't even explain what they are.
And I kept raising my hand.
And you're like, I was so mad. And afterwards I was so fired up to complain because here I had finally convinced you to go to a yoga class with me. I knew this would never happen again after this debacle. And it turns out I read the schedule wrong. And it was, in fact, an intermediate flow class. I mean, that's what it was.
When you realized that, do you remember what you did?
No.
You started laughing.
Oh,
you started laughing so hard.
Now.
You were like, oh, sorry. I was like, oh my God.
But then Angela...
There was a pose. Wait, you guys have to know. If you've I'd never been to yoga. There was a pose where they all frickin' stood on their head. They put their feet in the air and they rolled up on their shoulders on their head and neck. I thought I was going to die.
Well, I don't know if you remember, Angela, but the next day you called me and you said, I can't put my hair in a ponytail because I can't put my arms above my head. I'm so sore.
I was so sore. I've never been bent that way. Oh, I was so sore. And
that's what she said.
That's what she said.
Oh, dear. That was too much.
Oh, no. But I didn't go to yoga for years. It took me years to go back to yoga.
This is, by the way, I think a fitting tangent, another injury.
I know. And might be why I gave you a card with a yoga lady on it.
Maybe it was. 'Cause 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 ' how did Dwight driving into the pole work? Was he driving or was it someone else? I reached out to Rainn Wilson to get the full story on this.
What did my tall, geeky man, love of my life, say?
Here's what he said. He said, if you notice, you never actually see the crash.
No.
You just hear it. So they just put the car there and he just staggered out of it. Later, when he's driving away, that was a stunt driver. Rainn never actually drove the car. Another fan question, what did Rainn Wilson use for his throw up on the car?
Ugh.
Cream of potato soup.
Ugh.
And Rainn told me it was actually his idea to throw up across the back windshield. In the script and on the day, he was directed to throw up on the pavement outside of the car. But he thought it would be funnier if he threw up across the back windshield. They only did about 2 takes, but he said he really hurt his neck.
During the fake throw up?
Yeah, because he said he had to
project.
Yeah, he had to propel his neck forward so that the vomit would really splatter. And he said it was sore for 2 weeks afterwards. So Rainn Wilson got an injury filming the injury.
I'm sorry, this is the kind of stuff when I always felt like as a cast and as a show, we didn't travel well. We'd be safety meeting, right? We have a candle. We have fake throw up. And then there's other shows with insane explosions and car chases, but we get an injury from fake vomiting.
We did. He did.
I'm sorry, Rainn.
All right. So the next thing that happens is that Michael enters on crutches and he has his foot in bubble wrap.
I have a question for you, Jenna.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of bubble wrap.
Yeah.
Not too long ago, you injured your foot.
I did.
Hiking, right? Weren't you hiking and you hurt your foot?
Yeah, I did.
And then you started wearing this big boot around, but then the boot started rubbing your shin. And then one day you showed up and I could hear
Yeah.
And I said, what is that noise? And I looked down at your boot and sticking out from your boot is bubble wrap.
Yeah.
What?
So these boots, they have these metal rods in them, which are what keep your foot stable, right? And they was pressing into my shin. And I complained about it on Instagram. I just said, anyone who's ever worn these, how did you make these comfortable? Because it's my foot feels better, but now my shin, I feel like I'm bruising my bone of my shin. Someone jokingly wrote back and said, you should wrap it in bubble wrap like Michael. And I was like, well, that's
all right,
not a bad idea. And it worked. It was so effective. Hot tip, anyone who has to wear a boot, just wrap your shin in bubble wrap.
Thank you, Michael Scott.
Thank you, Michael Scott. Thank you, the injury. All right, a ton of people wrote in about this conspiracy theory that Steve had a prop foot that he propped up on the pillow, and they sent these pictures that seem to imply that his body is doing something that a normal human body couldn't do.
No, that's Steve's foot.
That is Steve's foot.
Yeah.
But I got so many emails and so many comments about it.
That's crazy.
That I started... we were there. We know there was no fake foot on a pillow.
No.
But the pictures were so convincing that I reached out to Steve.
Oh my God, Jenna.
I bothered Steve Carell.
You were like, Steve, was that your foot? And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm guessing. He's like,
it was 11 at night.
He's like, first of all, hi, Jenna. I hope you're well. Yeah, that was my foot.
I wrote Steve this email message. It was 11 p.m. I was like, Steve, I feel like I know the answer to this. And I sort of explained it.
And also, I'm not drunk.
And he wrote back and he was like, is this what it's come to? No.
This is what we talk about on the podcast.
And he was like, it was not a fake foot. It was my foot.
It was his foot. I even remember him having to go special to hair and makeup because they put those divots on the bottom.
The grill marks.
The grill marks. That was like special effects makeup.
Yeah. A lot of people asked how they did that. There's this putty that they use to make those, and they glue it on your foot with a special glue, and then
spearmint glue or something like that.
It is called spearmint glue.
Yeah.
But then they'll use this airbrush makeup machine, and then to make it blend, and then they'll stipple.
It's pretty
highlight on it. It's
Did
pretty
you say
amazing.
Stipple?
Stipple. That is what it is called. A stipple sponge. It is. Yeah. Did you not take like theater
Watch
makeup
yourself.
101?
Watch yourself.
Well, in my theater training,
no, I didn't.
We had to
No.
buy a Ben Nye makeup kit, which included a stipple sponge.
Well, I was doing comedy. I was doing improv on stage while you were playing with your sponge.